Welcome back everybody. Now one of the burning questions is, why is Luke Skywalker in self-imposed exile on Ahch-to? Also, what was Luke Skywalker up to during the past 30 years since the end of Return of the Jedi? Now, most of you are probably aware that Mark Hamill voiced his deep concerns about the direction Disney and Rian Johnson decided to take his character. Basically, Mark Hamill stated that he fundamentally disagrees with everything they've done to his character. What he means by that is, Luke Skywalker was always full of hope. It's that very characteristic trait that allowed him to turn his father back to the light side. So why would Luke Skywalker give up and go into self-imposed exile? Now, I've done videos exploring what I think the filmmakers wanted to say with this new take on Luke, but interestingly enough, Mark Hamill, being the professional and badass that he is, came up with his own backstory for his character to help him give the very best performance that he could. So let's take a look at what Mark Hamill said in an interview over at Entertainment Weekly. I wrote lots and lots of scenarios, Hamill says. I made notes that he fell in love with a woman who was a widow and had this young child. The monk-like Jedi aren't supposed to have personal relationships, so Hamill says Luke would have temporarily left the Order during this time. We know from The Force Awakens that he would later return and found a training academy for new Jedi, which had its own tragic end when his nephew, Ben Solo, fell to the dark side and returned to destroy the school as the monstrous Kylo Ren. But this long before imaginary relationship with the widow also had an unhappily ever after for Luke. He left the Jedi to raise this young child and marry this woman, Hamill says, and the child got hold of a lightsaber and accidentally killed himself. That's darker and more painful than anything fans might guess about the hero, but to Hamill, it would have created the grief and guilt he could imagine leading Luke back on a redemption-seeking path, and it also might explain why the character is hesitant about holding a lightsaber again. Again, this was just an acting tool, so you won't hear this tale revealed in The Last Jedi or anywhere else, but Hamill said he would consult with writer-director Rian Johnson just to make sure the heavy emotions and turmoil he was generating inside Luke's head hit the right tone. I sort of tested out some of my ideas just to make sure I wasn't in conflict with anything, Hamill says. He was really nurturing in that regard, encouraging me to find ways to justify the actions in this movie. But like I say, that little story I told about Luke leaving the Jedi and getting married, that's not officially what happens. So, as Hamill stated, this is not officially Luke's backstory, but rather a tool Hamill used to fill in the gap between Return of the Jedi and when we catch up to him again at the end of The Force Awakens. Having a child that accidentally killed himself with a lightsaber and your nephew burns down your academy would definitely explain why he's disenfranchised with the Jedi. He would be asking questions such as, how can this be the will of the Force? Is this the consequence of forming attachments that the Jedi doctrine warned about? Well, damn the Jedi and damn the Force as well. Maybe they should have listened to Mark Hamill a little bit more here. So there you have it, peoples. What do you guys think of Mark Hamill's backstory for Luke Skywalker? It's pretty dark and would definitely explain why Luke decided to basically quit and seclude himself on Ahch-to. Leave your thoughts down below. To stay updated with this channel, hit that notification bell. Thanks for dropping by and for your continued support. Don't forget to like, share, sub and all that good stuff. And until next time, see yas.